Yeah, what is going on, everybody? We back. This is your host Rob, back with another episode of From My Experience podcast. Hope y'all are having a great week this week. Things are continuing to roll. It is now February. So I hope your new year has started out well. It's still the beginning of the new year. You still have time to get your shit together. So get your shit together. Anyway, I have a special guest with me today. Um, a good young brother, um, a good young fraternity brother, a
Oh
good
yeah.
young chapter brother from the Gamma
Mhm.
chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated,
Mhm.
founded at the Claflin University in Orangeburg, South Carolina. He is a director
Mm.
and photojournalist. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all, I don't even think they're ready for you. They ready for
Well,
you?
let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Avery Ledwell.
Yeah. We in the building, baby. What's happening? Greetings, big brother ABC.
Hold on, no. Wait a minute.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
going on, Rob?
that's
I
a
appreciate you for having me on the podcast.
yo. So, no problem, man. You know, we're always looking for people to share their experiences. And the way we grow and get better at what we do is to work. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
why I am always reaching out and looking. I'm glad you hit me up and was like, "Yo, when I'm gonna be on the show?" Because I get people who do that to me all the time, and I be forgetting. Just to be real, because I be on Instagram and all these other places soliciting. So now I gotta
Yep.
like sit down and work on the routine. But we ain't talking about me. We're talking about you, director and
Oh man.
photojournalist. Okay, so take me back to the beginning. When did this because I can tell you really care about what you do and you love what you do. You know, I peeped you at homecoming over the past couple of years, filming and stuff like that. I see you up in the news station doing your thing. So tell us where this journey began.
I mean, I'll take it back, even back to middle school, man. Uh, Back at Lugoff Elgin Middle School, we had ourselves like a little like morning show. You know, we just like made the announcements and stuff like that, and I was a part of that. And I was just like, you know what, I kind of dig this. And then that transitioned to me being in high school, working for. We kind of like had the same thing. It was called LETV. We had to kind of like make skits to like announce like the news and stuff.
Yeah.
So like doing that, like I just like really like liked it. I was like, you know what? When I get to college, I'm gonna try this mass communications thing out, see where it takes me. And I just love like the whole aspect of like videos and like making things like whether it was like music videos, whether it was ads or something like that. I just always thought it was dope. And just continuing that got me in the career that I'm in right now at old News 19, man.
Wow. So this is a passion that started long ago that you just continue to pursue. Did you ever hit any
Hmm.
bumps in the road that made you think you wanted to do anything else? Is there anything else that kind of might have gotten away and taken your focus off of it?
I mean, as probably like you or like many other people straight out of college can understand, like, you know, some people just aren't fortunate enough. Like, as soon as you get out of college, like, you got a job, you know,
Yeah,
waiting for you and stuff.
yeah,
So it's just like when I started applying to different places, I didn't hear anything back. I was just like, man, maybe, you know, I didn't put enough like work in college. I didn't have enough material to give them. Like, I was just working like, you know, little other odds and ends type jobs. And I was just like, man, I hope I get something back. Then one day, like I said, I filled out an application on WLTX. The chief photog at the time, he emailed me. He was like, you know, send me some work that you did. And I was just like, oh snap! And what's so funny? What's so funny was when I look back at it now, it's actually something that could like air on television.
Oh,
I
really?
remember our chapter we did like the you know like the political walk that we done before.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I videotaped that. I got interviews with people talking about you know the importance of voting and whatnot. I sent that to them. They must have liked it. And they were just like, you know, come for the interview, and the rest is history.
Yo, so, ladies and gentlemen, there's a very, very, very important lesson here. If you didn't just listen, And Steve Harvey talked about this. Sorry if y'all feel a way about Steve Harvey, but some of the people that I really listen to and take advice from aren't perfect. And, people aren't perfect. People don't know how to take the good with the bad and separate the two.
Right.
But one thing he always talks about is preparing for the opportunity. Like, we always pray and say we want this, that, and the third, but a lot of times we're
Mm-hmm.
just sitting back waiting for it to happen. And then when it does happen, we're not ready because we weren't continuing to work. So as you see, he said things weren't going the way he wanted them to go, but he got hit up. Boom. The guy asked for more stuff. Now, suppose he was sitting on his ass not working on his craft. He wouldn't have had nothing to send.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have been prepared. And that has happened to me numerous times, man. I've had opportunities and I just was not ready and I had to pass it along to somebody else. And that's one of the greatest lessons that I learned. Like, if you're into something, if you're passionate about it, like, you have to be prepared because you never know who's going to see it or who's going to hear it and want more or want you to step it up. So, like, the question is going to be, are you going to be ready? So I'm definitely
Right.
glad you shared that. Um,
Absolutely, man. You very good points.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I was joking with him before we started recording. I said I was going to tell the story of how we met, but I don't think that's a good idea now. Maybe,
They're
maybe.
gonna have to. They'll wait to the next one for that. We gotta make them leaving wanting them some more.
Yeah, we got to leave him wanting some more. So how are you liking, how long you been working there now?
Oh man, I started there back in June 2014.
Wow.
So it's this June coming up, man, be 6 years. This be the longest job I've ever had.
Wow.
But that's for good reason.
Is your position, like, is this one of those positions where there's constantly competition or you good?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. In my industry, a lot of people will tell you in news and stuff too. I mean, there's more than one person there that's doing your job,
Right.
and you want to make sure that you're doing your best ability to make sure that no one can say like you're the worst, person
Mm-hmm.
at like at your job, like doing
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I've had mine. I didn't start off this way. When I first got there, I just started off as the audio board operator, and just like just a regular photog.
Mm-hmm.
But as years passed, I was just like, I need to add something to my resume. I need to, build myself up. I was like, I need to learn how to direct shows, and basically like directing shows. Not exactly what you think like when it comes to like a movie director, but
Mm-hmm.
like when in television production, you'll have the person who's in control of like going to the different video clips, playing the graphics that you see pop up on the screen. Like we're responsible for that. I mean, it's a lot at one time, and let me tell you, with live television, it can be very, very difficult. But I
Yeah.
decided to do that, and now I'm basically like the head, like weekend director now for the station.
What?
Hmm.
Yo, so you talk about the pressure, which I know you can handle. You talk about the pressure of it being
Well,
live.
you know what that pressure makes, my dude.
I ain't gonna start. We ain't gonna start, man. We ain't gonna start.
Right, right, right.
What advice do you have for someone who may be looking to pursue this type of career, and how do you deal with the pressure? Because I know with something being live, like if you mess up, everyone sees it, everyone knows it, and we're in this stage or this era rather of social media where your mistake is magnified by a million, as we God rest his soul, and the others that were involved in the helicopter crash, Kobe Bryant. There's a couple of
Yeah.
newscasters that are under fire and in trouble because of things that they've said and done. Because now it's like, if back in the day it was like if it happened on the news, if you didn't hear it from a friend or something like that, you never knew it happened. Whereas now you're on every single social media platform and millions of people get to see your mistakes. So I know that you play a role in those news broadcasts. So how do you deal with the nerves, or do you even have nerves anymore?
Well, before I even get into that, let me just say first and foremost, rest in peace to like my favorite basketball player, bro, Kobe Bryant. Like
Yeah.
the thing that happened with him was such a tragedy, man, and so all of a sudden, it's
Yeah.
still hard to process to wake up and just be like, man, Kobe's like actually gone, and not just Kobe, but his daughter and everybody else that was on the helicopter as well, too. Like
Yeah.
these people had stuff planned for that day that like we never know when it's going to happen. And then when you break it down to how news um, how we present this to our audience. First and foremost, like you said, we live in a society where you don't have to be watching the news to get the news.
Yeah.
Like all these different, stations and like organizations, businesses, they all have social media. They post it on their social media because they know they get it to people faster that way. It's so important in our business that our information needs to be right. People already like around the world don't like the news because they think we always like, there's secret like hidden agendas
Yeah.
or it's biases, or we just make anything up just for clicks and stuff. And I was noticing that a lot, like this past weekend with this whole situation. Dealing with that is like we have to have sources confirmed. We have to have reputable. I think that's the way I say it.
Reputable.
Sources, yeah, reputable. Can you speak?
You good?
Um, Sources to understand that the information that we're presenting is right. Like I remember hearing at first it was like Rick Fox was on the plane,
Yeah.
on helicopter as well too, and I seen an interview. Rick Fox was saying how like his family kept on calling his cell phone to make sure he was all right and stuff. Like I don't know who in the world like presented that false information. Where did they get that information from?
Right.
Like I remember first we were hearing that it was just Kobe and five other people, and Kobe and his daughter, and it's like nine people. Then like the whole Rick Fox thing. People have to have credible sources, man. And honestly, I hate to because I know this happens too in like Colombia, like especially like say when a soldier at Fort Jackson dies,
Hmm.
we're allowed to report that a soldier has passed away, but we're like not allowed to say that name until the family knows for sure.
Right.
And with that whole situation, I didn't I don't remember hearing exactly when like Vanessa Bryant and the rest of the girls like heard about the travesty, but honestly, before like we report any names or so, the family needs to be informed first. So that's my information to people about whatever sources that you may have. Make sure they're credible. Make sure it's right. Just because you got the information first, don't mean that that information is right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, how do you deal with these nerves or these knowing that something is live and it's riding on your shoulders?
Oh man, honestly, it still baffles me like to this day that my work is being seen by like thousands of people like across the state.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, if I make a mistake, people see that on air. The thing is with me, it's just like, hey, like this is live TV. Things ain't always going to go perfect. If I make a mistake, I just have to hurry up and get back on track to make sure that mistake doesn't even look noticeable. Because a lot of times, like the stuff that happens back in the control room, it can be going hectic. But on air, you won't even know. You think that's all like part of the plan.
Right.
So like dealing with those like dealing with those nerves, man, it's just knowing that something can happen, but looking over like the show of what's all is going to be taking place like way ahead of schedule can really help as well. Now, when you have like breaking news and stuff, yeah, you just hope and pray for the best.
True. True. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure you stay pretty busy with your career, but you are married as well, correct, sir?
Yes, sir. The few, the proud, the married news. Well, let me not say few, because hey,
Damn!
there are a lot of gentlemen out there.
He said a few. No, we. Nah, I'm not even gonna go there. Yo,
Oh, see,
you
look at you now. Look at you.
look, man. No comment.
All right, all right. We'll leave
How
it
are
at that.
how are you balancing your work and your life? That work life balance, because I know that I mean, are you on call or like do you have a schedule? Because I like the news is like.
Yeah, man. I tell you, this is one of the most difficult things like to deal with. Like you don't even have to be married to experience this. If you with a significant other,
Mhm.
and like y'all schedules on like completely different like time sets, it's rough. It's all about like seeing okay, what time does she, what free time does she have, what free time do I have? Gotta make the best and the most of that time period. And it's just hard. You both get off of work, you're both tired, both just want to go to sleep, but you want to stay up and just enjoy each other's company. it's difficult, man. Especially with my schedule working like every weekend and stuff, bruh.
Mm.
I'm telling you. And then
Man.
in Colombia, it's like it's always something going on, man. I tell people all the time, I didn't realize
Hell yeah,
how
something.
crazy it gets in Colombia until I started working for the station.
Bro, listen, my
Like, bro,
girl watches live PD and they stay
ooh,
in Lexington. I'd be
yeah,
so embarrassed when that shit pops up. She just looks over at me. I'm like, keep looking forward. But then they head back out to
hmm
California. So I'm like, mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. It's I always hear like you said, Lexington County or Richland County pops
Oh,
up. I'm
yep.
just like, no, not again,
Not
bro.
again. Hell
Oh
yeah,
my
man.
gosh.
But you're
Yeah,
right
but
about
it's
that.
tough, bro.
Yeah, like I've not seen my girl since the week of Christmas. Like
Dang.
our schedules have been nuts. Like she's doing a lot, I'm doing a lot, and we're close now. You know, we're only like an hour some change away. But
Right.
and our anniversary is coming up this month. Well, this will be airing in February, so this month. Love you, babe. So, yeah, you're right,
Shout
man.
out to Mrs. Ledwell whenever she hears this.
There you go, brother. Gotta remember the misses. So
We
yeah,
call that
man.
points on the board, Rob.
Yeah. You gotta have those points on the board. I'm actually gonna interview my girlfriend.
Hmm.
She does makeup, so she's nervous. She was like, "No, you
Um,
gotta
oh.
interview me like a regular person." I was like, "All right." And yes, babe, I know you don't talk like that because I know she's gonna say something. Uh,
Hey man, you get them women's talking about that Fenty, they can go on and on. I know.
I know I have to learn about it, man, because I have to be buying that stuff on the low. Gotta be hooking up with these
Who? Yeah,
gifts.
need
So
a whole separate paycheck for that, bro. Yeah, dang.
don't get me started. You so you have what is the News 19 Nerds YouTube channel? I have not had a chance to check it out.
Oh man, like News 19 Nerds channel. Shout out to all my peoples back at station, Leroy, Michael, Lauren, everybody that helps us out, Adam. Basically what we do is, we try to bring news basically more on like the, kind of entertainment type of ways, like the nerd stuff, like, comics, video games, um, movie reviews and stuff like that. We just recently dropped a review for the Joker DLC and MK11. I know when the Fast and Furious trailer comes out, we're gonna have like a reaction video to that, and like we do movie reviews, like we did Avengers Endgame. What else we did? Did a Bad Boys review for that as
Oh,
well,
I
man.
see.
We just
I'm
we
looking
just,
at it now. There, you get. Hold on. 29,000 views. What?
hey man, some of them joints be hitting for real, man. We get some stuff out there.
Damn,
You
I
know what I'm
commend you,
saying?
man. YouTube having consistency on YouTube is tough, and I tried it for a little bit, but I couldn't do it. And then I kind of got discouraged when I heard about all the demonetization going on. But I don't know. My boy just asked me if I wanted to get back into the whole gaming scene with it, and I was like, I don't know. I love podding right now, so I don't know.
Yeah,
But that's what's
I
up, man.
understand, man.
This is actually dope. Y'all need to look at this. Yo, that's what your hair looks like now. You got a fro?
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to go this thing on out.
Yeah, you better grow and enjoy it when you get old like me and start looking funny as hell.
Oh man, these gray hairs are already popping up, bro.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Hold on,
man.
man.
I,
You ain't
I
even
know
30
I know it's
yet.
gonna. Fam, life is stressful. I need you to understand this.
Oh, I understand, bro. Trust me. I teach. Trust me. I know.
Oh
Wait.
yeah, yeah. Ooh, especially dealing with these kids. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Now, you also mentioned that you have your own YouTube channel. Has it started yet, or what's going on with that?
I mean, it's. I wouldn't put it in the category as something where you go on it and you automatically hear and say, "Hey, you guys, welcome to my YouTube channel." No, it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just like putting like things like I've shot on there and stuff. And honestly, the main thing why I wanted to have a YouTube channel was like, once I'm dead and gone, people can just look back and see like, dang, look at all the stuff like Avery did and stuff like where he was at, like doing stuff. Like I put like all the homecoming videos that I shot on there. I like to put like maybe some video games that I played on there, so like my kids can see like, dang, look at the videos Grandpa used to play and stuff. Look at these
He
graphics.
said, "Grandpa." Oh, I see it right here. It's just your name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
It's just
shit,
something
I'm
simple,
already
man.
subscribed actually. I need to hit
Hey,
the
see,
notification. All right,
see, I
I turned my
always knew you
notifications
were
on.
my favorite frat brother.
Here you go. Yeah, we're gonna have to link up on some of this media stuff. I do have a
Oh,
question for
absolutely,
you.
man.
So,
Yep.
what are your what's your future plan and goals? Like, you have a good position that you've been in for a minute. Shout out to Megan. Megan just recently moved up to where I'm at in the DMV area from Charleston.
Hey,
You know what I'm
Megan
saying?
be doing it big, man.
Oh hell yeah, man! Like I always used to tell her how proud of her I was because she's out here taking a bite out of life. You know what I'm saying? And I told her before she came up here, I said, make sure your winter clothes is on point, cause one day you can wear shorts and the next day it's like in the 30s, bro. Like it's frigid and the
Oh man,
wind loves to blow. So I
that's how
know
people
that
catch colds.
yeah, and I know that much like my career in education, I can go anywhere in the world and do what I do, and you can pretty much do the same thing because media consumption is so huge, and not everyone can do what you do well. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
what are some of your future plans, or what are you looking at down the road? 5, 10 years from now, or hell, even next year.
man. Honestly, like you said, I am enjoying my job. Short term goals is to really help push this News 19 Nerds thing that we got going like further to get more views, maybe get some more sponsorships, go on to uh, cover bigger and better things than like what we're doing now. And honestly, I really do enjoy directing. I would love to be part of production for like a TV show, like something like with kind of like whether it's a something that you would see on like HBO or like Stars, something of that magnitude. And also maybe like help work with movies and stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
cause I've grown over the years. Like I always knew I loved watching movies, but now as I grow like more and been working at a TV station, I'm just like, man, I got to be on somebody's set.
I gotta put you in
Like,
touch with shout out to CV. CV, I know you listening. You probably like, man, why you ain't had this nigga call me? I gotta put you in touch with one of our frat brothers, a good ZE noob, good brother. I'm gonna put you in touch with him.
hey, shout out to ZE, man.
Oh hell yeah, man, we had some good times down at Voorhees
Mm-hmm.
College.
Ooh.
I'll tell you that story off air.
Oh man, EQ shout out to them boys too, man.
Oh
Man,
hell yeah.
USC, Voorhees State. It was good times, bro. Good times. And it
Hell
seems so
yeah.
long ago.
I know, right? It's just you saying that.
Yeah,
That's a lifetime ago for me, man.
bro. I'm telling you, this Greek life make you feel old real quick.
It does, man. Like I get called old head at homecoming all the time, man. And I'm like, dang, that's what it feels like. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
So,
going crazy, bro.
what advice would you have for a young man or a young lady, especially someone of color who is looking to get into the media field? What advice would you have for them?
Oh man, it's so much. First and foremost, especially like if you're already in college and stuff, man, go ahead and just you know work to your best ability. Like do what you can. Like I didn't have like an official internship at this station, so it's like when I went in, it's like they didn't really know me like that. But the internship I did have, it was with this local radio station right back in hometown Lugoff. Shout out to the big city. Um, I had this internship at a radio station. I was working the audio board there. I was just doing random stuff there and stuff, and I put all those skills that I did there on my resume, and WLTX saw that. It was just like, he's worked the audio board before. We need to get in contact with him. So one of the first things I say is whatever you do at your internship, I don't care how short or how long that you did it, put it on your resume as one of the skills that you've done. After that, have a lot of stuff that these people can see because honestly, these jobs now, man, they're not going for somebody. Oh, you got a degree, but you don't have no experience in this field. Like, what you doing here? They want you to have already like done this stuff like in your sleep
Mm-hmm.
already when
Mm-hmm.
you walk through that door because they're not going to take weeks and weeks of trying to train you for this. They want you to get in there and like get it done. Um, That too, I like to tell people that they need to have professional social media accounts. I say right now, what would you get hired if the boss or whoever was in charge of hiring you looked at your social media right now? Like all like, you know, we know what explicit content that we can see on people's Instagrams, and especially with Twitter nowadays, they'll check your Twitter in a heartbeat. They'll see what all types of crazy stuff that you said on there, and if that doesn't represent well, they are not going to hire you.
Mm.
Yeah, man. But like experience is important. Uh, you know, connections are essential. Whenever you get somebody's business card, email them like your resume. Say, hey, this is my resume. This is like my experience. Send them like the work that you've done. It's a lot, man. It's hard. It's really hard to try to keep up with that. But I just tell people to stay encouraged. Don't give up just because you might apply one time for one job at one place. If they got another job opening, you know, go for that one as well. It's
Right.
better to keep on trying for any open position that you may see.
Right. And at that, you know what? So you just dropped another gem on them. So like you, much like you, myself, I've had a bunch of jobs. Like I've had over, I think I'm probably up to 30 jobs in my life. And what a lot of people
Man,
miss is, yeah, at my resumes look, I can write like 6 different resumes. It looks crazy. But to add to what you said, if y'all take any special courses or training outside of college, like if you take like a paid course somewhere, put that on your resume as well. But
mm-hmm.
also get your foot in the door. Like so many people are so prideful with this whole I want to do it my way type thing. And that works for some people, and I'm not knocking those people. But sometimes
But
you
it
have to
don't
get
work
your
for
foot in your
everybody.
yeah, if you get your foot in the door, now I'm in the building. Now, if I want to slip you something extra to look at, or there's something else I want to learn, or someone I need to get next to, I can do it, and I'm getting a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yep.
learning. And the other thing beyond that is you're gaining professional experience because you may be at a place that you've been dreaming to get to, and once you get there, you might not like the work environment, you might not like the culture of the
Oh
company, and
yeah.
you can go, you know what I'm saying, you can be out of there, so that's another thing you definitely need to do. Who are some of your what's the word who like your networking opportunities? I've seen you take pictures with a lot of people, so who are some of the coolest people you've met, and what does that look like on the network side of things? Like, do you ever like get their numbers or emails? Like, how do you connect?
Um, I'm trying to think exactly who all I've met. This is something even uh as a young adult, I still need to work on better with getting people's information and then actually still communicating with them like after I've met them. Uh, like we've had like random celebrities like come to the job and stuff, and just for like things they may have coming up in the city. Like one time we had Waka Flocka come to the station. Right, it
Mm-hmm.
was so funny. He was doing I think a charity concert. This was back when the floods had hit
Mm-hmm.
in Colombia. So he was raising money for that. And when I met him, bruh, it was just so funny. Like he acts just like you like seen him on TV before. We had him do the weather. Like it was hilarious. He was just like, oh yeah, and it's gonna rain on Grove Street. It's always a party. I was just like,
Wow.
oh my gosh. But yeah, man, it's not. I've met people and I've had to go through like the list of like business cards I've had before. I haven't pushed myself to yet. I want to wait for like the right opportunity to holler at somebody when I
Got you.
feel like okay, I need to move on, transition, or I'm really looking for an opening somewhere. Then I'm gonna talk to this person, say, hey, we met here and for this and such reason. I was calling you to see about if you could help me out if any you know openings are available at the station that you're at or wherever they're at, man. But I do tell people to rack up on them business cards, treat them like they're rare baseball cards or something. Keep them near you, and always have room to call somebody.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I'm not gonna keep you much longer because I know you're a married man. So before I let you go, my brother, do what advice or what part of your experience would you like to share with our listeners? Anyone that's out there listening, what's your final thoughts on everything, like just your career, where you are in life right now, and what the future may hold? Give some words of encouragement to the people.
Man, listen, like I wake up every day and like just think to myself, it's been a long time coming, but it's still a long road going. I don't care what age you are, there's always room for growth. Uh, don't always get too comfortable where you at. Always try to keep your mind open to new things. For those still in college, when you graduate, take time out to appreciate the blessing that you have. Um, but plan for the future as much as possible. Go ahead, start learning about taxes. Start learning about budgeting for health insurance, car insurance, all that stuff, man. Because our parents made it look easy, and Lord
Yeah.
knows it is not. It's not. My experience with life is try not to let anything bother you so much because there's so many things going on in this world that could make you upset. But always remember, God got your back, and you're always in good hands when you're with the Lord.
There
And
you have it. There you
yeah,
have it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. Y'all already know FME_podcast on Instagram. Join the Facebook group From My Experience Podcast on Facebook. We have a bunch of lively discussions in there. And also, if you have
yep.
any questions or comments, hit us up from my experience podcast at gmail.com or FME podcast1 at gmail.com. And we will catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.